Hey, everybody, welcome back. I am diving into customer success analytics to look at Reddit about Facebook Marketplace and see what people are saying or having problems with. And then going to suggest some ways that I might tackle the problem if I was working at Facebook Marketplace. So let's dive right in. This post jumped right out at me. It says, make it make sense. And they're talking about I take excellent photos for the listing, give thorough details, and still get ghosted. And then the dreaded, is this still available message, which I hate so much. I use Facebook Marketplace a lot. I've sold so many things on there, and that is just killer. Is this still available? That button. Oh, I would delete that button so fast. There is a complete lack of friction to that button. It's the first thing that pops up when you open a post to see what's being sold. You've got the title, the price, the description, and the button just pops to the dang top. Is this still available? If it's still on there, it's available. I am selling it. If it's sold, I will mark it sold. A lot of those people who ping that to you never follow up. So it's just a waste of time. That's a good example of not enough friction in a process that drives people nuts and takes away from the value they're finding in the platform itself. Another thing they're talking about here, they say they still ask numerous questions, even when I have already listed everything in detail. That's another thing to remember, usage patterns. How are people using this platform? And what's the standard usage when they're jumping on there? I'd love to get a heat map of somebody's eyes looking over these posts. I've seen a few from just longer text posts from the internet. And basically, people's eyes go, Reddit, make this make sense for Facebook Marketplace Reddit post. And then you see discussion. They're going to come in here. They might skip down to this makes sense to me. They might start delving into some of these other comments. They might read the whole thing because it's short. And they'll keep going. They might even skip this one, like, oh, too much. And they'll go down to this one. People are funny. They're only going to spend a few seconds looking at something. So when you think about that usage pattern and trying to deliver detail on an item, I might even want to talk to production team, design team, user experience team to say, hey, I really think we should delete this. Is this still available message at the top? It's not helpful. Another thing I might do is to suggest that some pop-ups come up that are like, hey, in the description, maybe a bulleted list is X percentage more effective at helping answer questions about items before people reach out to you. Anything that can steer the user in the right direction to succeed. It makes me think of Clippy, the little paper clip from Word, but something that would really just give you a guide of how you could better succeed, or even if that's just a suggestion pop-up where they can watch a 10-second video. These are the best practices of how to utilize this. A good example is like Canva. They have a lot of little widgets and pop-ups that help really walk you through the process if you're not familiar with it of how to best succeed. I think that Facebook Marketplace could benefit from a little like training or suggestions of how to better go about posting a product. Or even if you could integrate something that was like, here's the brand new product online versus the one that I'm selling as a comparative. If they really want the details, it should be in the new product listing of wherever you're showing them. If it's something that isn't vintage, most things on Facebook Marketplace are something that you could find online. So that would be a good proactive communication point to see how you could best get around all the busy work comments that take so long to sell an item. The time to first value with the seller is when they get money in hand to sell. They would like to sell it quickly and without a bunch of back and forth, ghosting, or silly little, is this available messages. People don't really look at what you're posting, and sometimes they just like it even more undone instead of filled up with too much data that they're not actually going to look at. Buyers don't read descriptions or swipe through your photos. They just look at the price first in the first video or photo. dreaded, is it available? They want to F with your time. People show a mild interest for a moment and they move on to the 50 other things they can click on. By the time you get back to them, they've already moved on. People are haggling. Sometimes it can be really useful though. Pump the "is it available" button without meaning to. So it sounds like just existing is letting people fat finger or almost pocket select these items, which is exacerbating the problems. Just sounds like that button is more than what it's worth. Talk to a product team. See if you even need to keep it there. I would remove it. I would add some pop-ups or hints on what would be best practices on the other fields that you're filling in for these products. Maybe even have a field that says link to brand new item in Amazon that shows how much the real one, the brand new one out of the box costs versus the one you're getting from these people. So yeah, I would add a field to link a brand new product to be able to let them see the description and how much is actually worth brand new off the internet versus what kind of deal they're getting when buying it from you to help market that product. Make sure the poster is extracting the value by selling it as quickly as possible with the least amount of headache. And then thinking about usage patterns of how people are using this, helping giving them suggestions so they reach that success, that time to first value of getting it out the door. Because once they sell one thing, they can mark it sold and move on to the next things that they want to post. So those would be my suggestions of how to fix this problem of, is it available? Yes, it is. It's posted. So more delving into customer success and analytics next time, and I'll see you soon.